There is a very clear theme in these videos, and that is annoying duos. A host with a single phantom that are just being absolutely obnoxious, and they are getting exactly what they deserved. Completely unintentional. All these clips, yeah, look at that, saw it a mile away. All these clips were gotten just a few hours ago, actually. I just finished this build, and I love it. It's amazing. And I just kept getting back-to-back great, entertaining, and satisfying invasions, all within a few hours. My wife is here. Oh, say hi.
Hello.
Yeah, she witnessed a lot of it. We were laughing at them as they happened, so this is really good quality video right here. So this build is really weird. It is a mid-level build, kind of the meta. 87 rune level with plus 17 weapons and plus 7 sombering weapons. It's kind of the unofficial meta. It has 3 damaging stats. It's got strength, dex, and intelligence as its damaging stats, and that is really weird at any level, really. But it is especially weird at rune level 87, at just mid rune level. You remember this clip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just got this a few hours ago. We were cracking up. She actually witnessed this one live. A little bit of a hiccup in his netcode there. It's not the last time that'll happen with this specific phantom. This build uses twin blades because I'm trying to use a bit different weapons for the sake of these videos, actually. When I went back in all the old footage I have, which is why I made this YouTube channel in the first place, I noticed I was using a lot of the same stuff. But I am using a katana. So the build in general, I use the twin blades to proc frostbite, and then I'll switch to the meteoric ore blade to get that extra damage that you get from the frostbite. You saw there, I don't think you're going to see it in this video at all in any of these clips, but what I tried to do there is the Ash of War, a meteoric ore blade, despite it being one of my favorite weapons in the game, its Ash of War isn't great, but something you can do fairly consistently, even though it missed there, is you can do the Ash of War, where it sucks them in with the gravity, and then you can do a fully charged R2, because a lot of times if they panic roll, that's like just tapping circle as soon as they get hit by it. It can pretty consistently hit with a fully charged R2 after they get sucked in. Again, you're not going to see that in this video, but I'm sure I'll have clips of it in the future, and I'm sure I'm going to do a lot more of this build, because despite it being so weird, having the 3 damage stats, it is actually really good and really fun. I almost don't really want to level it up, because I kind of planned it on doing the same build, just higher levels, but I'm actually probably going to stick at this level for a while out of fear that it might not be as good at higher levels.
It was really cute seeing him very excited about this build, although the weirdness, he would definitely preface the weirdness of the build itself, but he was so incredibly excited. I found it very, very adorable. He spent a good, hour and a half, 2 hours building the character and checking the stats. And when he finished, he was just so proud of his work. I found it so cute how excited he was to show me the build, to show me the gameplay, and it was very entertaining, actually, just seeing the different weapons. There are, like he said, some that he is reusing, but in general, just the gameplay was a little bit different from what he normally does, and I found it very, very cool, very entertaining.
Yeah, using that new weapon type. Yeah, usually when I make good, unique builds, a lot of times I will work on it for, like she said, it was before we went to a party. I was working on it while she was getting ready. It was like a good hour and a half, and then the next day, like the next morning, this morning actually, I kind of refined it a little bit, and those are usually the best builds. You do that initial first draft, and then you will
Nice
think of
dodge.
yeah, and then you'll think of stuff that you didn't quite think of, and then it's like, oh, actually, I'll do that, and yeah, those are usually the best builds. Yeah, as you were saying when I was doing this match, because she was watching it live, like I said, that host is very much trying to get out of my periphery. He's very annoying. Again, the theme of this video is annoying duos. Yeah, he is definitely trying to get out of my peripheral vision. Luckily, Daddy knows how to play locked off. And listen to audio cues. I have this game down pretty pat, so I can hear those meteorites coming a mile away, so...
Yeah, it was funny how he kept on, like, going around you constantly, but then, you know, as you're gonna see, when he kills the main phantom, oh boy, he can't stand a chance, and it was very funny.
You'll find that's the theme of all of these as well as every invasion ever. Once the host is alone, boy, does their skill melt. Not only that, they're no longer as brave as they were. But yeah, you can see this. Oh, at least, you know, I'll give him...
1, 2, 3, that's it. Bye!
I'll give him credit. He at least did take out a sword. You know, he did actually, he squared up.
That was pure desperation.
Oh, another thing I love in this game, Night Maiden's Mist. So, check this clip out here. It's a short one. So, the thing about Night Maiden's Mist is, unlike anything else in the game, and I think they did this intentionally, you do not get any kind of signal from the game that you are being hit by it. There's no, like, screen rumble, there's no noise. If you don't see that health bar ticking down, you're not going to notice anything. That guy could have been in his menus or just whatever, wasn't paying attention to his life bar. And I like to think that he was like, damn, that lava's really powerful. How did my phantom survive it? I was at full health.
You know, and in continuing, you know, about his excitement in this gameplay, he also found a new cave, and boy, was he excited to share that.
Ooh, I forgot about that, yeah.
And the sad part was that he didn't really find anything exciting. He did find some items that he had never gotten, but the fact that he found a new spot, right? And the whole thing was because he wanted one specific Ash of War for this build. That later we found out wasn't even in that place where he found the new cave, but it was a new experience altogether, and he was very excited about it. And again, I just find that so adorable.
Thank you. I've got 1,700 hours in this game. I think that the one I found today, completely new cave, new catacomb, I think that's the last thing new I'm going to find in the base game. I'm sure there's actually a lot in the DLC I haven't found. I actually don't have a lot of experience in the DLC. In fact, I haven't even beaten every boss. I haven't beaten the final boss. I won't spoil who it is for those who haven't gotten to it, and my wife. But I also haven't beaten that dragon. I can't even remember his name.
God, I love that dress.
Yeah, the Death Companion's dress.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that that's the last one. So the reason last catacomb, the reason I couldn't find it is actually in the consecrated snowfields, the really, really snowy, misty level. Oh, this invasion here is a whole saga. You'll see. But yeah, I just stumbled on a statue, like one of those ghost guiding statues, like where just point to the cave, basically. And it was that statue was just on a random cliff, and I clicked it. I was like, oh, I didn't know there was a catacomb around here. And then I followed it, and then the catacomb was like really tucked away to the point where you would never be able to find it if you didn't find that statue. So 1,700 hours in this game. Genuinely, I've probably played this game like a playthrough. I don't know, 30 playthroughs, something insane like that. And that is the first time I found that, and it's probably the last one.
But you told me that you have found catacombs with me that you've never found. So there is a big possibility that there might be one or two more.
Maybe. That's true. Yeah, we did. I think we did find a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
we found two. Yeah, with me being the scavenger that I am.
Yeah.
We found those two. And we've found items too, items that are not really used, you know, in general in the gameplay, but it was cool just to find them.
Yeah. When we did, in that catacomb that I did today, wasn't completely useless. It did have an armor that I might use one day, the red cape. At the very least, I can give it to you, because I know how my baby likes to dress slutty, and it seems like a very slutty outfit.
Yeah, it seems like it'll show cleavage.
Yeah, I tried it on this character I'm using now, which is a dude. Usually I have women as characters, but because of the mask I picked, a woman didn't feel right, so, because it's very stone. This character just feels more right as a dude rather than a girl. But the reason, that was actually one of the epiphanies I had that made me go back after the first draft of this build, is the Meteoric Ore Blade has a unique R2. It's actually the same move that Ishin Ashina uses in Sekiro, the Ichimonji. You can learn it as Sekiro too. It's the one where you hold it above the head. You can do it both two-handed and one-handed. But I was using the Renala's crown, the queen crown, whatever it's called, the one that looks like a little banana. And it clipped, and it just looks stupid. Like the sword, like the Ichimonji looks so cool. Like it's not actually called the Ichimonji. It's not actually called anything because it's just an R2. But that's what it is. It's the Ichimonji, and it's such a cool looking R2 that I didn't want to like obfuscate it by having it go through the banana hat. So
also, you hated the fact that it clipped the hat.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I hated the fact that it clipped the hat, yeah. So I had to do this one, which I did the math. I can do one less Phantom Slash, so it's actually kind of better than the banana hat, in that I get one more stat because it does 2 strength and 2 ins. Yeah, I was just about to kill him when that popped up.
New friend.
Yeah, so I think the hat looks good, and it's nice because I use the banana hat quite often, so nice to have a good change of pace. Actually use a dude character this time rather than another girl.
Oh, what was the Ash of War that you found in that cave?
Oh, right. Oh, well, I didn't actually find it in a cave. So in order to get the Phantom Slash, I thought you needed it in the consecrated snowfield. So even though I'm level 87, I beat the commander of the Soul Castle, which isn't super impressive, but it's difficult. I did do it first try, but it's a bit brutal to do that low level. And then I fought both of the Knight Cavalry in the consecrated snowfields, which I think I did second try, because the first try I wanted to see if I could just beat one and then respawn. Yeah, you can't. You have to beat them both at once. But I did do that first, a real attempt, and then I was like, wow, okay, I did it, but that's not even where you get Phantom Slash. I got confused. You get Phantom Slash at a much earlier level. I didn't need to do all that. You get it from the Forbidden Lands. That's like the first snow place that you find. So this dude was having so much trouble with just the single, what do you call it, demi-human. So naturally he goes down really quick, and I knew he was going to. Like, he was getting absolutely demolished just by a demi-human. But yeah, it was completely useless. So I just did a big side quest for no reason. Still had fun, and like I said, we found that new catacomb, so wasn't for naught.
And the new Ash of War.
And then, oh right, that's what you were saying. The Ash of War. It was called something like White Shadow. I've never seen it before. It seems just like a purely PvE. I say seems. It's definitely a purely PvE Ash of War. It seems to like distract enemies, like they'll run at it. And I think it only works on humanoid enemies. And it said something in the item description about demi-humans doing something special to them. But you get it in like, oh, look at these guys dressing the same and doing the same gesture and everything. But yeah, it's weird that they gave it to you so late in the game where it's like completely useless. I guess, you could use it in the DLC. There's a lot of humanoids in the DLC. But if something, you can't use it in PvP, I'm not interested. I like using my PvP builds for the PvE. I don't know. That's just how I like to play.
I thought it was pretty cool because like when you use it, the enemy focuses on it as if it were another player or another enemy, and they attack it. And I thought it would be really cool to set them close to a ledge and have them just fall. You know, a decoy. Why not? I don't like fighting, and I avoid it as much as I can. So yeah, having nature decimate my enemies, that would be great.
Yeah, it seems like a spell that you would like.
Yeah.
But like I said, I like to just do, another annoying, those twins before weren't annoying, or maybe they just didn't give them the opportunity to because they were bad, but these guys, man, are they really annoying. And don't worry, they get what they deserve. So I make my quick escape. I can't help but feel that they aren't even trying to get to the boss. I feel like they are just waiting for opponents here.
Gankers.
Yeah, yep, I think they are just straight up ganking. So, but if they're ganking, I don't know why they left these enemies alive, but that ended up being good for me in this invasion later. Night Maiden's Mist, I've always loved it. Please give it a shot. It only costs 15 intelligence, and it doesn't scale. Like, the damage it does is the same, so if you are at low intelligence, it doesn't matter. It's going to do just as much at 99 intelligence as it does 15, so even at lower levels, it's crazy good. Really good spell, and I'm starting to get even better at it. I remember one of our last few videos I was saying, like, I'm not being clever anymore. So I've been making an effort to do more clever plays, and I am really being very clever with the Night Maiden's Mist. You'll see it a lot in this clip, how I really use it for zone control. Especially since these players are very annoying, it's really good to get them separated, because when I get them 1v1, of course, that's the theme of every invasion ever. Once you get that 1v1 as an invader, boy, do they, all of their skill and bravery seems to go out the window.
Daddy!
Yep, they just scream for daddy. But yeah, it's really good for zone control. Usually, how I used it before, and you can just use it for this. You can just use it for kind of smoking them out of holes if they're afraid to progress in the level, and they're just like sticking to a room. It's really good to just toss in their little hidey hole. The more, the longer you hold it down, it doesn't do more damage, and I don't think it lasts longer, but it increases the range. So it's good for that. Like if you're not quite getting that, yeah, you can see I'm out of flasks, and they don't want to engage with the lions here, so that gives me an opportunity to do this. And as I've said in previous videos, really, Warming Stone's good for PvE and PvP, as you can see. If they give you the opportunity to, if they're too cowardly to engage with the PvE, well, that gives you free flask, basically. They tried doing it too, but look, Night Maiden's Mist, no, you don't get your Warming Stone.
Yeah,
really good.
I didn't notice that when I was watching you.
Yeah. Yeah, that Roaming Stone's no longer safe. And yeah. See, look at that zone control. Really, really good. I don't even have like yep. And what do you think's gonna happen? Now that Daddy's gone.
Oh yeah, he's gonna start either doing very poorly or just running away.
Yep. You can see he actually just gave up there.
Yeah.
What a coward.
I mean, what's the option? What are the options?
Try. You went through all this effort. You know what they were gonna do if they won.
Oh, of course.
They would
have pointed down, or they would have done some what's it called? Teabagging.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. So this guy, a little pet peeve of mine. Maybe it shouldn't be. I'll admit that it's maybe I'm weirdly upset by it. His name is Cloud Strife. If you don't know who that is, it's the main protagonist from Final Fantasy VII. He does not look at all like Cloud Strife. He is not cosplaying as Cloud Strife. The only thing that's even remotely similar is he is using a big sword, kind of. Not even remotely in the same shape or technique as Cloud Strife. If you're going to do a Cloud Strife sword, the Watchdog's Great Sword would be good. The Guts Great Sword, whatever it's called. I think it's called just Great Sword, even though it's not a great sword. That would be good for a Cloud cosplay. Both good weapons, by the way. It's not like, you know, he'd be like handicapping himself. And also, Cloud doesn't wear a big pot on his head. So in no way does he look like Cloud Strife. So if you're not gonna lean into a cosplay, just don't name your character Cloud Strife.
Yeah, or unless you're gonna give my husband a pep. Like, no.
Yeah. Am I being unreasonable here? That's a yes.
No.
You hesitated too
No,
much.
I hesitated because creativity-wise, right? I wanted to weigh the pros and the cons. But honestly, it lacks creativity.
Yeah, just don't name yourself anything. Billy Joe. I don't know. Come up with a funny name. Come up with a plain name. Come up with anything. Just don't name yourself Cloud Strife. You're not going to be Cloud Strife.
You can even ask AI. Just ask AI for ideas and pick one. But just using a known character's name without resembling the character just seems lazy.
Yeah, ask AI for everything.
No, not for everything.
Yeah, don't live your life. Yeah, any creativity should be relegated to the machines.
I mean, obviously he doesn't have any creativity right now.
That's true. Maybe this guy should ask AI. This guy who has no creativity whatsoever. Maybe what if AI said it? He was like, I'm using a big sword and I got a pot in my head. ChatGPT, what should I name my character? Cloud Strife.
I don't think so. I don't think that's how it worked, but if it was, jeez.
Yeah, I doubt it. I don't know, maybe that was the general vibe he was going to go for. He's like, I'm going to use a big swords in this playthrough, and I'm going to name myself Cloud Strife to remind myself for it. And then some dick is going to come into my game and judge me for it later.
And his wife. Yep.
When I'm just co-oping with my friend. They're going to rant about it for 3 minutes straight on their YouTube channel.
Yep. That's what you get. I mean, that's what you get. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Be more creative.
Yeah, these guys, annoying. I mean, they're not as annoying as other people have been in this video, but still annoying, in case they were to fight, and man, do I love ending an invasion that way. Love that parry. Can I get another one? No. Doesn't matter. He's dead. That would have just been a bonus parry. Coming to the end of the video now. As you can see, really weird to have 3 damage stats. It's kind of 2.5. I mean, I'm definitely getting damage from the dex because that Phantom Slash is a quality Ash of War. Oh, by the way, that was some misinformation I gave. Yeah, it's not arcane. It is a quality Ash of War, so I'm definitely getting some damage out of that. Alright, say goodbye.
Bye.
I love you.
I love you too.
Goodbye.